Good afternoon, members of the media. Thank you for coming today. Interim President of the University of Hawaiʻi, David Lassner, will introduce our honored guest, United States Secretary of Veterans Affairs, Eric Shinseki, and they will both be available to respond to questions from the media after their comments. Interim President Lassner.
Thanks. Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for coming. I think it goes without saying that we all recognize that we owe our veterans a path to high-quality degrees that will help them contribute to society, and we owe it to ourselves as well. Veterans have a wealth of talent and experience to share, and higher education offers the opportunity to unlock those capabilities to provide higher education experience that enables them to succeed and serve our communities as well. Our UH campuses are working hard today to support our veterans, and we're particularly grateful to Secretary Shinseki and his team for coming together with us today and sharing some of the programs and opportunities that the government makes available to us to help us serve veterans better. For the past couple of years, UH Manoa has been hosting a small conference on campus for all of our campuses to get together and talk about how we can serve veterans together better. And today I'm pleased to announce that we'll be appointing a system-wide task force to pull together people from all of our campuses, members of the community, student veterans, government officials, to help develop some recommendations on how the University of Hawaiʻi system can work together even better to serve veterans across our state. That group will be asked to survey the programs that we have available and identify how we're tracking against the best practices available throughout the country. And there's some great new guidance offered by the Veterans Administration and the Department of Education jointly called 8 Keys to Success that we'll be able to use to shape our programs. We will be surveying student veterans to get their firsthand perspectives on how they perceive our campuses and the services that we're providing. We'll be looking at the data we collect, and of course you would be surprised if I didn't mention data, I know, but we'll be collecting data on how we're serving our veterans, how many we're enrolling, how many are making themselves known to us so that we can support them better. And finally, I'll ask this group to be providing recommendations to the entire UH system, our chancellors, our vice chancellors, and deans, on how we can do better together. This isn't a long-term activity. I'll be looking for some recommendations next spring at our 3rd annual conference. So without further ado, let me introduce somebody who probably doesn't need much introduction. Secretary Eric Shinseki, born and raised on Kauai High School graduate, president of his class, went on to a distinguished career after the U.S. Military Academy at West Point, achieving the status of Chief of Staff of the Army and appointed by our own President Obama to serve as Secretary of the Veterans Administration. So, General Shinseki.
Thank you. Thank you very much, David. Thank you. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for being here. Let me thank the Interim President, David Lassner, for welcoming us so warmly and generously. He and other members of the university leadership welcoming us here to the Manoa campus. I appreciate their commitment to veterans. We had a good discussion today. I'd also like to introduce Tracy Betts, who is our director of our regional office here in Honolulu, where we do benefits for veterans. Today we discussed ways in which we can best support student veterans from the moment they step on a campus, wherever that campus is, until they walk across a stage at their graduation ceremony. VA recently announced the establishment of a VetSuccess on-campus office here at UH Manoa, along with offices at Hawaii Pacific University and Leeward Community College. This program provides experienced VA counselors right here on campus to help connect student veterans with the services and benefits that VA provides and that are intended to help them succeed. Since its inception in 2009, the post-9/11 GI Bill has helped about 1 million individuals, and that's both veterans and eligible family members, go to school. Just a data point, VA pays about $27.6 million per day in our education programs. It's a significant investment in our veterans and the future, their future in our communities. So whenever I gather with groups of veterans, there is a one-word speech I give to them, and it's graduate. And I always say, if you want to hear it again, I'll say it again, graduate. We're very proud of you for getting into the schools you've gotten into, and we look forward to your success, but graduation is very much a part of the program. As the President Obama said, veterans stand ready to help rebuild the middle class and return every dollar invested in them by strengthening America. They've done it before, and we know that from the original GI Bill that was provided to veterans of World War II, and they will do it again through these education programs. The talented student veterans here in Hawaii will soon enter the labor force. Not only do veterans make exceptional employees who possess character, team building skills, discipline, but they also bring with them exceptional leadership. And so for employers who are looking to help their businesses grow and succeed, my message to them is hire a veteran. It'll be the best decision you make. You won't regret it. And so with that, let me just invite any questions that you may have. And between Tracy and David and I think we'll address those questions.
What are some of the challenges that student vets going from the service to civilian education face?
Say that again.
Some of the challenges that student vets going from the service to civilian education face?
It is a transition from a very structured operational environment coming back to a college campus, and there is a bit of a transition, and that's something that we talked about today, how to facilitate that transition for veterans. How do they get here into campus, get quickly settled, get their books, get their meal cards, get registered in class, and so that there is a smooth process for them. The schools have a lot that they can do to help, but student veterans in each cohort, each year group of veterans can also help by sponsoring in the newly arriving freshman class and helping them get settled.
Right now at UH, what's being done to help these, what kind of assistance are they getting?
So we have a range of programs on many of our campuses. We have a Veteran Resource Center. We provide opportunities for veterans to take advantage of the post-9/11 GI Bill that Secretary Shinseki mentioned. There's also a program called the Yellow Ribbon, which provides a way to provide additional financial assistance that our campuses are all participating in. The new program that's available is enabling the VA to provide a counselor, and we're actually splitting that counselor between UH Manoa and Leeward Community College to provide additional assistance, connect them with some of the resources that are available, not just within the UH campuses, but also through the Veterans Administration and the other programs that Tracy's involved with.
In the past there was no counselor, but there's going to be a counselor?
Can you come forward a little bit so we can hear the questions?
Is there a counselor presently, or?
Yes.
Okay, and how long have?
So the new counselor was added about 6 weeks ago through a new program made available through the Veterans Administration.
And this is that VetSuccess on campus office that I just mentioned. It's a VA employee and a counselor, not just someone answering a phone, but it's someone that comes with some skills in dealing with veterans and connecting veterans back to the department for things like benefits, health care, linking in with our ability to make the connection for the financial aspects of going to school.
Is there a lot of student vets across the campuses?
Our data right now looks like it's at least 2,400 That's probably underreported because we only know the ones who identify themselves for the purposes of obtaining formal benefits. So that's probably between 4% or so of the total UH student population.
Okay.
Why was UH Manoa and some of the other schools that you mentioned so attractive to bring this program here?
The program is based on enrollment. And so the VetSuccess on campus, when they looked nationwide and they looked at all the universities, and they also look at the support structure of the university. So the university campus in Manoa, as well as Leeward, and even HBU, had given their, they wrote to the VA, and they said they were interested and they wanted to support the program, because that's half of it.
And maybe that's an opportunity to say, thanks to the good support from the Veterans Administration, they noted the opportunity that while neither Manoa nor Leeward had quite enough veteran enrollment to participate, by working together, we were able to leverage that resource, and we think we can do more that way across the UH system.
Yeah. Veterans play a role here, and so it's where veterans indicate that they would like to have a presence, an office where they can go. Usually begins the process of negotiating with the university. And I would say for the students in the post 9/11 GI Bill, we're on over 6,000 campuses. And we're just beginning this VetSuccess. We've been at it for about 4 years. We're on 91 campuses. I think we'll be on 94 campuses this year. But, you know, something I learned a long time ago, if the student veterans indicate they have an interest and it's well worth our time putting it in there, I think the last thing we want is to put something there that isn't used. And so they have a role to play here, demonstrating an interest.
You added about 64 schools through the VetSuccess program in August. Was that due to sort of need, funding, sort of thing?
Some of that had to do with veterans making it a priority, you know, asking for one to be established. Okay, thank you all very much.